S of x is equal to 1 plus x plus 2 times 1 plus x the whole square plus 3 times 1 plus x the whole cube etc. 60 times 1 plus x whole power 60. 60 square into s of 60 is equal to a times b power b plus b, where a and b are natural numbers. Find the value of a plus b. 2024 JE mains question. Let us write this s of x as it is. This is going to be 1 plus x, 1 time 1 plus x plus 2 times 1 plus x the whole square plus 3 times 1 plus x the whole cube. The last term being 60 times 1 plus x whole power 60. We know that this is an arithmetical geometric sequence, so multiply with the common ratio. You can see that the common ratio is 1 plus x, so multiply with 1 plus x on both the sides and shift it and write. So the first term will become 1 plus x the whole square, so write it below this. The next term will become 2 times 1 plus x the whole cube, etc. etc. The previous term will become 59 times 1 plus x whole power 60, and this term will become 60 times 1 plus x whole power 61. So let us subtract the lower series from the upper series. We get 1 times s of x minus 1 plus x times s of x, that is minus x times s of x. This term will be left aside as it is, 1 plus x. And when we observe these two terms, when you see this term minus this term, 2 times 1 plus x the whole square minus 1 plus x the whole square will give me 1 plus x the whole square. So we can understand next you will have a 1 plus x the whole cube and so on. The last but one term will be 1 plus x whole power 60. And this term there is no corresponding term on top and we are subtracting, so this sign, this term alone will exist with a minus sign. So we will have a minus 60 times 1 plus x whole power 61. And you can see that this is nothing but a geometric progression starting with 1 plus x whole power 1. So there are 60 terms. Let us use the formula to find the sum of 60 terms in GP. A is nothing but 1 plus x into r power n. So which is going to be 1 plus x whole power 60 minus 1 divided by r minus 1, that is 1 plus x minus 1. And the last term, let us write it as it is, 60 times 1 plus x whole power 61. Now this plus 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled. So what do I get? I get minus x times, let me write it as it is, minus x times s of x is going to be, I have on top 1 plus x multiplied with 1 plus x whole power 60 minus 1. Denominator there is an x, and next term is going to be minus 60 into 1 plus x whole power 61. Let us verify whether we have written it correctly. Yeah, we have written it correctly. Let's multiply everywhere with an x. So I get minus x square. In fact, we can multiply with a minus x. So x square times s of x. So when you multiply with the minus x, this term will become positive. So let me put it first. 60 times x into 1 plus x whole power 61, and this term will become minus 1 plus x multiplied with 1 plus x whole power 60 minus 1. So all I need is, we remember the question, it was 60 square s of 60. So put x is equal to 60 in what we have got. So left hand side will tally with what we need. 60 square s of 60 is going to be, this is going to be 60 into 60. 60 square into 1 plus 60. 61 power 61 minus, when you put x is equal to 60, this is going to become 61 multiplied with 61 power 60 minus 1. So let me rewrite, let us see the pattern how they have given. A into b power b plus b. So let me open the bracket and write this as 60 square into 61 power 61 minus 61 times 61 power 60 plus 61. So I can regroup this. I can multiply these two and take it as 60 square into 61 power 61 minus 61 power 61 plus 61. So I can pull out a 61 power 61 common. So within bracket I will have 60 square, which is 3600 minus 1 plus 1 extra 61. This is going to be 61 power 61 multiplied with 3599 plus 61. So what is the right hand side they have given? They have given 60 square times s of 60 is equal to some a times b power b plus b. So you can see there is a plus b here. You can see there is a b power b here. You can see that there is a here. So we have identified that the values of A is going to be 3599 and B is going to be 61. The answer is find A plus B. Let's add both. So this is going to give me 63660. It's a numerical type. The answer is a relatively large number, 3660. The concepts involved in this question is all we need to understand it. It is an arithmetical geometric sequence. Multiply on both the sides with the common ratio and subtract by shifting the series. Then apply the formula to some finite number of terms of A.G.P. Substitute x is equal to 60. Regroup the terms and bring it to the pattern that he requires. He requires it to be written in the form A into B power B plus B, and we have exactly written it as A into B power B plus B. Identify the values of A and B, and they want the answer. They want the value of A plus B. We understand that the value of A plus B is equal to 3660, a relatively simple JEE mains question using sequences and series.